definitely out in the middle of nowhere.
Jurassic Park sized mosquitoes.
Stupid amounts of butter.
Hey guys, Chad here with the Soccer Mom Off-Road channel, and today I am headed back up to the hills. This time I've got my dad in tow. He's driving his white creeper van. He absolutely loves it when I call it a creeper van. It's his favorite thing. We are headed back up to the flats, as I call it, or the rim, as a logger friend of mine told me that it's called. And there's a site that I was at last year once that I wanted to return to. It's one of those grassy flats surrounded by trees, but it's got an old windmill, standing windmill in the middle with a water tank, and it feeds an old cow trough. And so we're gonna camp there with a view of that windmill, and then maybe tomorrow morning go over and mess around with this windmill a little bit and just kind of investigate. So cool little spot. I'm excited to get back there. We are in for a good time, and I'm glad to have you guys along with me. We are finally on dirt. We're gonna get aired down and start heading out to this little meadow that I'm looking at. And just go down to 25 pounds, 10 pounds out of the tires. I usually run at 35, but I like to do 25 on Forest Service roads. Just takes the bumps out. Super nice. Well, guys, we are at camp, and so now we're going to start setting up. But before the sun gets too low, I just wanted to show you what camp looks like here. It is such a cool spot. Back here, this little guy right here, this is an old windmill and water tank, and tomorrow we'll get close and mess around with it and show you that. But this area is just, when I found this last year, I was just amazed. Back here is a pond, and it is absolutely green and lush. When I came, still a little bit green, but it was pretty dry last year, so I'm really excited to be here. The only challenge is gonna be Jurassic Park sized mosquitoes that apparently think that we're tasty. So we're gonna get our thermocells going and some smoke from a fire and get set up, but we are so excited to be in this absolutely beautiful, beautiful, meadowy, flat, water, pondy, windmilly, awesome spot. Love it. This is my dad's little Mighty Mite chainsaw. Is this a 10-inch bar?
10-inch bar.
10-inch bar. He put this little 10-inch bar on this still. Now, why did you want such a low bar?
I find that I have half the bar hanging over the log. It's not doing anything. I could cut a 20-inch log, little on one side, little on the other.
Ah, I see. Wisdom from the old man right there.
There's something about they're great to look at, but it seems like the heat goes by.
We're gonna get our water going for our mystery food. When we cook bigger meals at home, sometimes I'll take a portion and I'll throw it in a Ziploc and put it in the freezer. The problem is I didn't label any of these frozen foods, so I don't really know what I was grabbing. It could be a soup, it could be a casserole of some kind, it could be, I don't know. So now, confession.
I'm gonna have mystery hot dogs.
Oh, mystery hot dogs?
Yeah.
Dad's gonna have mystery hot dogs. Confession, I know what the mystery food is tonight. I'm 98% sure that it's zuppa toscana. And I'm excited because I love it. Time to heat up the food. And if you've watched the channel at all, then you know that quick and easy is how I like it on these one-night camp trips. So I've got this pot of boiling water. I'm gonna basically like do a little sous vide for my food. So I've got mystery food, which as I shared earlier is zuppa toscana, so not really a mystery. And I've got this fresh homemade baked sourdough that I made the other night. Oh my gosh, amazing. So we're just gonna pop this in here. And this is gonna cook and heat up while I go set up my chair and just be lazy. All right, the zuppa toscana and bread are perfect. So, oh man, the bread is just like almost falling apart. It's just so hot and perfect. So excited to eat that. And then the zuppa toscana, perfectly reconstituted and hot, like insane hot. So I'm so excited to have dinner. I'm so hungry. Oh man, with stupid amounts of butter. That is the ticket right there. Look at that. Yeah. It's gonna be amazing. I'm gonna put that on there, and I don't know why I'm putting that on there. Oh my gosh, it's like burning my hand. I better hold this. This soup is so full that it's gonna just spill. How's your mystery hot dogs?
Oh, heavenly. It's made out of the good stuff.
Oh, okay.
Whatever's unhealthy for you. In fact, I think I'm going to get another one.
So, here's what I want to know. When did your love of camping begin?
Well, I was very young. My mom would take us up camping, so...
So it was your mom and not your dad?
No, my mom. No, Grandma was the one that got us into our blood camping. Because she liked it.
Now, did you guys go to campgrounds?
Yeah, this was a campground, organized campground.
When did you stop going to organized? I mean, I know that when we were growing up, we would tolerate like Redwood Campground because of family reasons. You know, family was coming up. But when did you start to go like, I don't want to go to campgrounds anymore?
I've just had bad experiences with rude people in camps where you have your camp, it's your castle, and people think they can walk straight through it to get from point A to point B. That was probably started in Pollock Pines.
As a kid, we would go down logging roads and camp on creeks.
Oh, yeah.
Right? And I really feel like the majority of my camping as a kid was dispersed camping.
Solitary camping?
Yeah, it's called dispersed camping, where you're just camping out in the forest.
Yeah, I suppose.
And I feel like I got that love of dispersed camping from being a kid, camping in all those places. Now, you would go motorcycle riding with your dad, though, on Harley Davidson Scats, and you'd have saddle packs on them. Did you guys camp on those?
Well, we had to, because we went in, took all day to get in, so you camped when you're there. But it wasn't an organized campground. It's the only people you went with.
So that's like true dispersed camping. You're in the middle of nowhere.
It was dispersed all right. Our neighbor, they got us into it, and so then we got motorcycles, and I was small at that time. I was like 11 inches shorter than I am now. I weighed like 100 pounds, and I was throwing around a 225-pound motorcycle. I was probably too small to be doing it, but I loved it. We had those huge sprockets on there, and they're geared down inside the engine in 2 places, plus an 84-2 sprocket on the back. It would crawl over anything you had the nerve to go over.
All right, guys, I am ready for bed. It was a great night of sitting around the fire talking with my dad. And then the drive in here was so beautiful. Oh my goodness. I really love this country, especially right now. I like it all the time, but right now it is just, everything is green. There's water everywhere. It's insanely beautiful. Pastures and meadows, but I am so tired. I am so excited to go to sleep. All right, guys. Good night. Good morning. Do I look bright-eyed and bushy-tailed? Because I sure feel that way. It's a little bit cloudy, but there's still enough blue. The sun's coming in the front windows, and it looks like it's beautiful outside. So it's about time for the morning reveal. Let's do it. All right. Look at this glorious place. Well, I think we are desperately need some coffee. Let's go check out what Dad's doing over here and get some water going for coffee. Yeah. Morning, Dad.
Morning. Did you sleep well?
No?
Me neither. My nice heavy cover came off during the night. My feet started freezing to death. My legs were cold.
Ah, but we love it.
Yes, we do.
Check out this windmill right here. J.F. Holbrook. All right, so this windmill is, at least this portion of the windmill is made by Aeromotor. Aeromotor's been around for a long time. My dad was saying he thinks like 150 years, and and I think that Aeromotor actually is still in business. We'll find out
and I'll post it. So the way these worked, for those of you who are only familiar with power producing windmills, is there is a set of gears up in this little box here, and that spins. There's a pipe that goes up and down this central shaft right here. And what they do is they would dig a well down here, and then this pipe goes down and pulls water up into this this shaft, and then it comes over this pipe and fills this tank. Now there's a disconnected pipe down here, and that gravity feeds down this pipe, which is underground, over to we'll go check it out, but there's a trough over here. And this pipe coming out the side is your overfill. So you're like a spillway, if you will. So when the water reaches that level, it'll spill over down this pipe and back down into the well. So amazing that they are doing all of this with no power. It's all wind generated, no power at all, but completely able to water cows all season long with just wind power, some gears. It's ingenious what they were doing. Now we'll head over to the trough that they were feeding with this water tank. This is a really old, really old corral that they've got here for the cattle. This area was owned by ranchers back in the day, and they had their cows up here in the spring and in the summer to graze. As the grass dries up in the valley and as it moves up, they keep moving them higher and higher. So we've got this trough, which is really long. Starts down here, comes all the way down this way. We've got this, this is where the pipe comes up. So it comes from this tank here underground all the way over here, and then comes up this pipe. This is an old float here. So when this was up high, it would shut off this valve, but as the water level dropped, it would open up and then pull water. And the reason this works is because this tank is actually higher than this trough. And so as long as that water is even a little bit high, it will feed water all the way over here with zero water pump, no power, just gravity fed. It's pretty amazing.
December 10th, 1939.
So if you're wondering, right around the time World War II was starting, these guys were out here. So this whole setup is just shy of 100 years old out here. Pretty crazy. Well, guys, we are just about packed up and get ready to go. And just in time, because it is now starting to rain. Back here, we've got some really fun clouds rolling over us, and we've been able to hear thunder off in the distance, which is really fun. But now it is time for us to get packed up. So we're gonna finish up and roll out of camp and just mosey on home. It's been a really good time. I'm really bummed about the windmill. I always say windmill, it's windmill. The top, the motor, and the blades were actually wired to the frame, and I didn't want to climb up the rickety little ladder to undo the wire, so we didn't get to get it spinning, which I don't know, windmills are sort of magical. So we didn't get to see it get spinning, but it was still really cool to check it out and see this little piece of history back almost 100 years ago, ranchers using this site. So let's get on the trail. Well, guys, we are aired up and ready to hit the trail back home. It's been a great adventure. Beautiful spot on a beautiful meadow. Really cool old windmill. Just love being up here, and I love having you guys along with me. Thanks for coming. Oh, in case you're wondering, no, my dad is not spraying the forest with Roundup. His window washer sprayer broke, so he's squirting his window with water so he can wash it off so that he can see where he's going. Until next time, see you back out on the trail and adventure on.